So framing it in that manner, you might want to give some serious thoughts to dealing with the cracks before they become worse. We know the parking lot's going to stay and it needs to be there. We know there's a certain unknown with the playground area, but again, I don't see the basketball court or the entryway going anywhere. You know, the preschool stuff's going to be in addition to that. So my recommendation would be is let's look at this as preventive maintenance that maybe will buy us some time. That's my opinion.
Boy, take a look at the armory over here. They really did a nice job of what they did over there. First of all, they come in and they seal the cracks. Then they put the overlay over it. Then they come back and took the low spots, which fell into the ground, and did a nice job over the top of that. So it, of course, that's government's got lots of money now, so they can spread it around.
That's a bigger project than what we're describing.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. It goes to tell you what they can do, and that's a concern mine. When it goes down, they've got to come back and refill it, and that's whatever.
It's just like the city streets. Wherever there's a crack, moisture gets in there and causes problems.
You're forced to do something about it.
But in all honesty, the parking lot over here has some issues. This would really be prevented with my money out in the parking lot. We've got some bigger issues back here that we're probably going to need to resurface, just like we did at the middle school. But we kind of wanted to buy some time until the whole package fits together. So it's entirely up to you. Give us direction on what you want to do.
What was the bid again? Just per linear foot?
$1.45.
I guess my only concern is I'm fine with spending $17,000, but it was us telling them how many feet it was. When they come back and do it at $1.45, they came.
That was them measuring.
Them measuring? Okay. Then I'm fine with that.
No, we asked them to come out and look at it because I know that blacktop is, black.
That's fine.
Hold that fault. So what do you want to do?
I would make a motion to do the patch.
It was 11,563.70 something, right?
75. It's either 75 or 78. Looks like a 5. I think.
Maybe a 5.
And then heat treat for the other 23 parts is 51.75. And I don't know if Brenda fears.
Yep, that's fine.
I'll second that.
Okay, is there any more discussion?
One thing I also like to know is I went down to the city people here and asked them the same question as to whether $2 was acceptable, and they said that's average. So we are getting below average.
About 45 cents.
That's a good deal.
Okay. Anything else? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you. Turn in my seat.
There you go.
And the one that's in front of WLBA is dealing with possibly removing the whole building that currently houses the wrestling room. And as I put in the update, the building was hammered with multiple storms. And so there's an insurance settlement that's involved, and that's why it's real pressing to make a decision. Do you want to remove it before we put that insurance money towards fixing up the building? Our thought, which I articulated in writing, is really that the building at this point is nothing more than a place to collect stuff. And it's not used. There's some storage things, and talking to Steve and Mike, plenty of other spaces for the storage of what's in there. And if you don't want to take the building down, we're going to have to spend some money inside. And those of you that have seen it, it needs some attention if we're going to use it. So the question is do we see a need for that building? Our opinion is no. And the really good part, and again, this is my opinion, and I think John would probably concur, that we gain more mileage by getting rid of the building. Because what that allows us to do is give us access into that inner courtyard to the back of the Wall Lake building. And it lets us deal with a couple of issues that need to be dealt with that we can't get to right now with any equipment. Also gives us the opportunity to do something with that property. And just so there's no misunderstanding, does it have anything to do with plans for the building? No, it doesn't. It has everything to do with making the existing building better, aesthetically and access-wise and service-wise. So my recommendation is that the board tell us to, get rid of the building. You might want to word it differently, but,
I agree. I think it should be done.
Jack and Chris, comment?
yeah, it's the facilities people, I'm sorry.
We did a joint walkthrough, and the amount of mold that's in that building. I mean, the mold was, if you're going to use it, the water issues, it's probably a 30-year-old building, so all the wood would be rotten. And if you don't have the use for it, it's kind of frugal to have it. And it would have to spend how many $1,000s to get it up to where we could use it if we kept it.
For storage, much less for the kids of any sort.
Well, basically, it's cold storage that we're heating, which is an oxymoron.
It's not a good combination.
No, you don't need that, and I don't know how many of you have been to a Christmas program at the elementary school, but there's not enough parking. So I would like to see it, removed and use that area as parking.
What I'd really, and if I could jump in, we talk about parking, we talk about green space, there's lots of opportunities. What I really would like the board to do is direct us to have the building removed, and then to come back with a plan on what we want to do with that, so that you are part of that process. And that, we need the decision, frankly, tonight, because of the timeliness. We don't have to be in a huge hurry. That building's not going to go away by the end of the week. We got other priorities, but we need to go ahead so that we can get it organized, and then we'll come back to you with a land use idea.
Well, I'll make a motion that we remove said building.
We have a motion and a second to remove the old wrestling practice area. Any further discussion? Are we stipulating how we'd like to have it removed, or are we just saying bring in
Well,
the wall, or what?
Jack looked into some options for us, and I think there's other options we need to explore first.
You guys just want to see if it needs to be removed, so you can talk to Bob and say, don't do anything with this building, right?
So there's no insurance money spent on it.
Right. Yeah.
And then John negotiates to use that. And frankly, I would, it's entirely up to you, but I would really recommend that you just give us the charge to get rid of the building, and we'll find out different methods of doing that, whether it's demolition or whether it's piece by piece, what makes sense, what are the other issues that we may have to deal with. I don't know how old the building is. We just got to, there's other things that we're going to have to check into. So I guess I'd like the flexibility just to tell us to do it, we'll do it.
Well, we've got that motion. Unless there's further discussion, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, that takes us to all our projects.
I think so.
Like